wishing I could fly so I could touch the clouds. I see the stars and wonder how they find the strength to burn so brightly when encompassed by darkness. How, with no gravity in space, do they even hold their place? They're consistent, and they know how to stick together. So I might be a star instead. But now inside my head, I see a waterfall. I see how it stands tall. It is powerful. It is rushing, yet it's not afraid to fall and become nothing with the river. It's not afraid to move differently. It can be both rushing or the trusting, slow river that we know. And I don't have a word for how beautiful that is to me, but I think I'll be the water, because I love watching how it flows, like it knows where it's going. It's like everything has this knowing, this understanding, this grace. Like all of creation has its own special place, this deeply ingrained purpose knit into its very fabric. There's nothing fabricated about the way the flowers open up to the sun, almost as if it's trying to free them. Now I'm saying, while I love all these things, it's not that I want to be them, it's more so that I want to be natural. I want to feel innate, to find my place and relate to it deeply like the clouds do the sky. Like the river's life is meant to be flowing, I want to live my knowing, to dance with every piece of me that has survived the fire and become gold, to know everything I hold inside and release it like a tide on the shore, to be the kind of beauty you can't find the word for, to love, to live, to be seen as I am, because that's all I can be. Like Rosa Parks, she was the right one to ask to sit in the back, because God knew something in her would crack open and fear would be broken off of many because one decided to stay. Or how MLK was the right one to have a dream, because God knew he'd keep on dreaming. That despite the odds, he'd never stop believing, that he'd hear the faint call of justice buried beneath the ground and spend his life digging until it made a sound, so everyone around him began to dream the same dream. So it seems that we all have this knowing, something deep inside you that God insists on growing, something as natural as the wind and its peaceful blowing. If you don't know who you are or where you're going, just notice how the river finds its home when it flows into the ocean. Its whole life following one single motion. All my life I've never seen a river fighting to flow upstream, but it seems that we are always working against the currents. We're not like the river, emptying itself into something greater. We're more like tornadoes, like halos of spiraling destruction, because all you get is chaos and dysfunction when you circle around yourself. That's a whirlpool. That's a hurricane. It's a shame how most natural disasters are caused by conflicting currents. I know you weren't trying to start a catastrophe, but you can still unwrap yourself and be the river, flowing, not going in circles, but towards something more. Though the river has boundaries, it's still made to explore every corner of the world. Though its borders are confined, it's not restrained, just contained by the current who made it. So when you lose your life, you actually save it. What I'm saying is, when you let go of what you think you know and ask God, why am I really here? You become something like the river, and the way is made clear.